Hello, all my authors and aspiring authors. Today we're going to talk about how to choose your book title and the 3 clickable rules of picking your book titles. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, I know some of you are saying, Rick, what did you do? The channel used to be called Right Now. Now it's called Rick Verde Writes. Well, I changed it. And the reason I changed it was because there were so many channels called Right Now. I did not know that when I started this channel. I started it years ago, and then I stopped posting. And at the time when I chose that name, there wasn't anyone else with that name. But now there's a whole bunch of people. So it is now called Rick Verde Writes. So if you have subscribed to this channel, you are on the right channel. This is Right Now uh, 79 is now Rick Verde Writes. You are on the right channel. You did not click on some random channel. If you were subscribed to that channel, you're subscribed to this one now. I just changed the name. It's still the same channel, same fugly author as always. So let's just get into it on how you should pick your book title and the 3 clickable rules to picking your book title. Let's get into it. Number one, it needs to pass the clarity test. And I know someone's going to leave a comment down below. Rick, your writing looks like chicken scratch. And to that, I will say, I agree with you. This is what happens when you grow up with epilepsy and you can't control your penmanship. You write like chicken scratch. Okay, so please forgive me. This is my chicken scratch handwriting. So the first one you want to do is you don't want to be too mysterious with your title. The people who are going to go buy your book should be able to look at your title and go, okay, based on this title, this book is sci-fi. Based on this title, this book is a thriller. Based on this book, this is a nonfiction book about cooking. You know, they should be able to look at your title and know exactly what they're buying. Because if your title is too mysterious, they're not going to buy it. People are not spending money on things that they don't know what they're getting nowadays. Times are tough right now. Your title has to let them know what they're buying. Don't be too mysterious. Don't come up with some crazy title that no one even understands the jargon behind. Using an ancient Roman word for something that translates into something that's in English now. I don't know. Just people try to be mysterious that way. They try to be all high and fancy when they don't have. Like I said, if you're writing fiction, the genre has to be clear. Just the good example would be like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Based on that, I would think it's something either thriller related or some type of mystery. At least I have an idea going into it what type of book it is. I haven't read it yet. I actually have 3 of the books in that series. I can't wait to get into it. Also, this is a good test. Gather 5 of your friends. Tell them the title of your book and go, based on that title, what type of book do you think this is? What genre does this fall into? If you wrote a mystery, they go, oh, based on the title you gave me, it's a love story. You got the wrong title. You failed. The title is completely wrong. Change it immediately. And ask questions like, what is it about the title that makes you think it's a love story? What would it take for you to think it's a mystery? It's a drama. It's whatever category you wrote in, sci-fi. And they'll let you know. Pick 5 of your friends, people that you trust, and you can do it that way. Rule number 2, high emotion resonance. And what we mean by this is that your title should evoke some type of emotion. People buy based on emotions. And if your book title is not provoking some type of emotion, you're going to have a hard time selling. Remember, again, like I said, it's tough times out there. So if people are going to invest time in your book, they need to feel something right off the top. I can think right now off the top of my head, Frederick Bachman. Me and my wife just read a book by him. I'm going to be posting my review. He has a book called My Friends. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, I got to pick this book up and read about it and see what the book's about. Because as soon as I saw the name My Friends, the first thought that came into my head was my own friends back in Jersey. It made me miss them. Like I missed them as soon as I saw the name of that book. And after reading that book, I even missed some even more. So you have to evoke some type of emotion. You want to trigger emotions like fear, desire, or hope. Those are three major emotions that will sell your book. If you can find a title that triggers those three emotions, or at least one of those three, if you can find that hits 3 out of 3, you got yourself a title. You got yourself a winner. But if you can get one out of those three, you got a good chance of getting a book that gets clicked on and bought. But you have to trigger an emotion. An example would be Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. This title packs an emotional punch, implies drama, heartbreak, and emotional resolution. Just based on that title, she's going to get her clicks. Even if she didn't have the fan base she already had, she would get some clicks. People would buy her book. So it's all about picking the right title. Now, number 3 is mainly geared towards nonfiction, but you can use it in fiction, but mainly geared towards nonfiction, and that is using the subtitle solution and letting your subtitle do all the heavy lifting. Again, this works best with subtitles. An example of this would be Escape 9 to 5, Live Anywhere, and Join the Rich. And by the way, in the comments down below, if you were able to become rich as hell and you can live anywhere, I dropped my pen, and you could live anywhere, where would you live? Me, I think I'll go back to my where my mother was born, and that would be Montevideo, Uruguay. But only just to visit. I don't know if I would live there forever, but I'd visit there. So in the comments down below, let me know, where would you live? That being said, let your subtitle do the heavy lifting. And you see this a lot more with nonfiction. You don't see a lot of subtitles with fiction unless they are like sequels or part of a series of a book. So you might see it with like Lee Child. He does like Jack Reacher novels. I think I just bought one of his, and it's like Jack Reacher, Blue Moon. I think it's the book. I'm not 100%. Actually, yeah, I'm right. I see it right now. Haha. My wife says I have a bad memory, but nailed it. Nailed it. But yeah, Lee Child, Blue Moon. So do use the subtitles to do the heavy lifting. That would probably be a bad example, but Lee Child is already made, so he could put whatever he wants at his subtitle. It could be Jack Reacher uses the toilet, probably sell. But you are not Lee Child, so you need to use your subtitles correctly. In conclusion, keep it clear. Make sure that everybody understands what genre you're going for. 2, evoke some type of emotion. 3, use your subtitles as a secret weapon. In that way, you will have a title to your book that will make it clickable. These are the 3 tools you can do that with. And now, if you're struggling with creating a title for your book and you have an idea for one, drop it in the comments down below. We'll review it as a community and see if it works. We need to know what type of book you're writing, but we'll read it, we'll see. And as a community, let's help each other out. Remember, we're all writers. We all struggle. We need help sometimes. And that's the reason I created this channel, so that we can all help one another out. So if you're down for it, please help whoever leaves their title down below as much as you can. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe down below. Until next time, I love you all. Enjoy, continue writing. And yes, this channel is now known as Rick Verde Writes. It's no longer Right Now 79. I caught it. Till next time, peace.